Alright, what's up everybody? This is your boy Chainsaw. Listen, I am down here at Pevely Days in Pevely, Missouri. If you don't know where that is, get your Google out. Huge, community-wide event. It's happening all weekend long, this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday here in Pevely, Missouri. It's huge, okay? Even your boy Chainsaw has a booth set up out here, so it's, they got handcrafted items. They got folks down here selling food, food trucks. Obviously there's a big Ferris wheel, all kinds of crazy rides and stuff with the kids. Folks are going nuts down here. It's a great time, right? Seems like a really nice community so far. It's treated me really hospitable. I love it. There's some pretty gorgeous stuff going on down here in the downtown area also. I kind of dig it, but that's beside the point. Listen, I had a couple of things that I wanted to kind of share with you that I saw yesterday. I went over this a little bit. But of course, with everything that's happened this weekend, it was in crazy hurry, so let's just jump right into it. Now, this is a couple of tweet threads that I'd seen just yesterday, and I'll try to link those in the description a little bit later for you, but this one comes from Emily, follows me on Twitter, maybe a friend of the show, maybe a viewer, I have no idea, but certainly follows me on Twitter and social media, so let's check this out. So Emily tweets, thread of the lawsuits Eric Schmitt has filed as Missouri's AG. Many have cost taxpayers twice the cost of the AG office resources and the cost to defend the suits. This is a long thread. If I've missed any, please reply with links, and let's go. So let's go. So firstly, number one, Schmitt sues China over COVID-19. And of course, there's Missouri Independent article linked in. Number two, Schmitt sued the Biden administration to continue Trump's border wall. Fox News article linked here. Missouri, Texas sue Biden admin in aim to resume construction of border wall. And number three, Schmitt sued to force the Biden administration to reinstate Trump's Remain in Mexico policy, with the Reuters article listed. Number four, Schmitt decided to continue with a suit to repeal Obamacare. I believe the suit originated when Josh Hawley was Missouri's AG Senate candidate. Lawsuit to repeal Obamacare lost. And, of course, Riverfront Times article listed. Number six, Schmitt sued the Biden administration over a CMS rule requiring employees of facilities that receive Medicare or Medicaid funding be vaccinated for COVID-19. And if you recall, that was huge news at a time right around, I believe, when the Delta variant was just kicking in here in Missouri. That was, and again, I believe, memory may not be suiting me here, but I believe that was when Governor Mike Parson was still withholding the $46 billion that he had been hanging on to. 46 billion, 46 million. I believe it was 46 billion. It had to be 46 billion. You know what? Google it. I'm not your World Book Encyclopedia from 1969, folks. But Google it. Was still withholding a massive amount of funds from hospitals across the state, right? Last year for the Delta variant. Number six, Schmitt sued the Biden administration over a CMS rule requiring employees of facilities that receive Medicare or Medicaid funding to be vaccinated for COVID-19. Okay, so then that's the Komu.com article. Schmitt leads lawsuit against vaccine mandate for healthcare workers, which is insane. Absolutely insane. Absolute trash. And if you've seen some of the garbage that AG Schmitt has been tweeting out lately, the man now, he's gone further than being an anti-vaxxer. He's at the point now where he believes that it's a conspiracy theory, I guess, that anyone has died of COVID, in the last 2 years. You tell me. It's beyond recognition, beyond stupidity. Absolute garbage. Number seven, Schmitt is suing the Biden administration over guidance on sex discrimination for schools that receive federal nutritional assistance. Yeah, I didn't fucking stutter. Again, I'll leave the link down below. It may not be there when the video is initially uploaded, but come back and check it. I'll leave the link for you. And of course, the article, Missouri AG sues Biden admin over threats to withhold nutritional assistance for schools. It's ago.mo.gov article here. Number 8, Schmitt sued the Nonprofit School Boards Association alleging sunshine law violations. And Springfield News Leader reported on this. Missouri AG Eric Schmitt sues nonprofit school boards association alleging sunshine law violations. It's a hard one. I'm definitely dehydrated out here, so you got to forgive me. But yeah, it's crazy stuff. Number 9, Schmitt sued the Springfield SD alleging sunshine law violations. Springfield Public Schools over requested records. KRCGTV.com reported on this. Number 10, Schmitt sued the Rockwood School District alleging sunshine law violations. Again, StLouisToday.com posts the article here. Number 11, Schmitt sued the Moberly School District alleging sunshine law violations. The MissouriTimes.com posts the article. Number 12, Schmitt sued St. Louis County over an unreasonable health order, May 2021. And this is MissouriTimes.com. Number 13, Schmitt sued St. Louis County and City over mask order, July 2021. Fox2Now.com. Number 14, Schmitt sued Jackson County over mask order. Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmitt sues to block Jackson County mask mandate. Number 15, Schmitt files a reverse class action lawsuit against school districts over the mask requirements. Named in the suit was the Columbia Public Schools, the Board of Education, and the superintendent for the Columbia Public School District, August 2021. Again, it's ago.mo.gov. Number 16, Schmitt sues multiple school districts over mask requirements. More districts would be added to this suit over a period of a week, January 2022. And that was the Missouri Times article. Schmitt sues St. Louis County over mask order, January 2022, St. Louis Today. Number 18, Schmitt sues the Maplewood, Richmond Heights, Clayton, Ladue, Webster Grove, Melville, and special school districts for reinstating mask orders, May 2022. KSDK.com posts the article about it. Number 19, Schmitt sues St. Louis County, St. Louis City and County over use of ARPA funds to help women seeking abortions with costs of child care and travel. July 2022. And St. Louis Today, of course, covering the article. Just absolutely disgusting stuff. Truly unbelievable. And again, this is just for the full list here. I'll leave a link to the original thread so you can dig through it. You can take a look at the articles yourself. Just as a continuance of the garbage that this man is put as a priority for his tenure as Attorney General of the state of Missouri. Lawsuit happy, and there's plenty of work to be done, and this is what he wastes his time with on behalf of taxpayers here in the state of Missouri. Just disgusting stuff. There was another thread that I did want to share with you, and this is from a friend of the show and former classmate, and I don't know how you would describe that, former school bus mate of mine, Jojo Stewart, had tweeted this thread out, and again, I'll link this one below as well. So she writes, number 1, this may come across as some ugly truth for some, and this is in my opinion, this is a recollection of all that we've seen, from not just these lawsuits, but some of the hard work that A.G. Schmitt has been doing on behalf of Missouri voters and Missouri taxpayers here in our state. So, and at least in my home region in South Central Missouri, she says this may come as some ugly truth for some, but it's truth just the same. My little part of the state, rather than the whole congressional district, is a shining example of what Moleg's GOP has in mind for the rest of the state, for what Missouri legislators and just in general the Republican Party have in mind for the rest of the state. And it's a great example that she lists here. So number 2, last in food security, last in healthcare accessibility, first in extreme poverty, and my God, statistically speaking, that's right on the money. Google where Shannon County sits, which is just one county over of where we went to school, where we grew up at. It's our neck of the woods there. Shannon County's right on the border of the community that I was born in, for Christ's sake. Anyway, Last in food security, last in healthcare accessibility, first in extreme poverty. Most of our district rated C to an F in crime rates, crimegrade.org. Lack of employment opportunities, our schools fall to the bottom tier on most ranking lists. 3, and these are just a few of the more immediate problems caused by unadulterated one-party rules. This is the devastation when a party is left unchecked with no time limit and big money causes in its wake. I mean, even Republicans don't really even have to campaign anymore. And that's true. In my district, the state house district, Bernadette Holzer is actually running for office in the district that represents my community neighborhood there. And from as far back as I can remember, I don't even seem to recall having a Democrat candidate on the ballot there. I could be wrong, but as far back as I know, I haven't heard of any Democrats running, for Missouri House in my location. So it's, she's the first. So it's crazy to me. It's a very, 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 very red part of. I mean, this is the kind of place where folks who are running for local office, city alderman, city council, mayor, where it's just expected that you're going to run as the more conservative Republican in order to attract votes. They don't even consider the idea that anyone would even run as a Democrat or even run on the blue ticket, let alone to actually consider that they might win. It's just not expected that anyone would run. So, I'm hearing you right there. So these are just a few of the more immediate problems caused by unadulterated one-party rules, which is very much a thing. This is the devastation when a party is left unchecked with no time limit. Big money causes in its wake. Okay, we read that. So number 4, in this area, because it's a sure thing, as most of our candidates are already handpicked for us, this is what dystopian nightmares are made of. Partly why some of us aren't exactly against setting some kind of temporary term limits so we can manage and repair the damage. Which is a thing. I mean, for Christ's sake, if we have one, Republican representative, and we're not going to count on, even the possibility of having, someone from a different party. At the very least, we've got to maybe get a different Republican in office, for your city council or your mayor or whatever. The community that I grew up in, it has my entire life has only ever had a Republican as the mayor. I mean, obviously I don't live there now, but the current mayor may be different from what I tell. They've got to do maybe independent. I have no idea, but everyone else has been, a business owner or a stock investor, as far as I know back. So one-party rule. Authoritarianism starts with one person. So just wild stuff. God, where are we at? So, and here we go. So number 5, but I digress. We can blame all sorts of things like being gerrymandered AF, but the reality is that's only one symptom of a much larger problem. There's absolutely no doubt our region was ground zero in the GOP's doctrinate wet dream, and they liked the results. And don't think that the Missouri GOP doesn't have plans to do the same to the rest of the state, because they absolutely do and will. So do yourself a favor and look at our district and then vote them the fuck out of office. And thanks for stopping by. And that's very, very real. And she further writes to kind of give you folks a better idea of how big money started to come in. Look at the difference between the years 2000 and to 2020 in elections. Notice how the district went from a pink blue to a scarlet red. In District 8, that's a vast difference in 22 years. That's what big money and unchecked politics has done. Which, again, I'll leave a link there just to kind of show you this tweet and this tweet thread here. It's just crazy. But these are the couple of threads that I saw just yesterday while preparing everything for yesterday's video. Kind of had a time crunch, so we had some decisions to make on what we were able to cover. But I wanted to make sure I at least got something out today for you. I know I've been out of the office, as I mentioned before. I have been doing a lot as far as, changing things up and moving some things around in the office. I'm looking to be a little bit more consistent, and of course, with this, with coming back and my own personal recovery, I'm feeling tons better. So I appreciate all the folks on social media who have been reaching out to me, who have been showing your concern, and I look forward to being able to produce more content, more commentary for you. So listen, if you're already following me on Twitter, the Chainsaw CCC, I urge you to jump on over to the YouTube channel and send me some love in the form of a subscribe. If you already subscribed to the channel and you love the content and you want to make sure that I'm able to continue putting this stuff out here as often as freaking possible, consider jumping onto Patreon, patreon.com/chainsawccc or chainsawccc.com/join, and consider sending your boy Chainsaw a $3, $5, $10, $150,000 tip for the luxury of my braces, right? But no, seriously though, I appreciate every single one of you who follows the show, who likes my tweets, and who pays any attention to what I got to say here. And I look forward to catching you in the next one. We'll see you there.